Hello and welcome to another episode of the Skiing is Believing podcast, brought to you by Ski Racing Media. Alan, today we are launching a new series, first episode of the Next Gen series.
Yeah, exciting. Very exciting. And worth listening to. I'm sure.
Because the first episode of the Next Gen series is with rising Canadian star Jessie Kertesz-Knight, and what a great conversation it was that we've just jumped off.
Yeah, it was indeed, yeah. Really enjoyed it, yeah. Young lad with his feet on the ground in his skis. And, yeah, he's not rushing, but he's going to be there, I think. Anyway, enough from me. Matt, the stats, please.
Of course, Alan. Jessie Kertesz-Knight, born on the 11th of July 2003 in Jasper, Alberta. Started skiing at Marmot Basin at age 2 and began racing there at age 8, instantly falling in love with the sport. He skied there with the Jasper ski team until U16 level, where he joined the Banff Alpine Racers team to finish U16 and start his FIS career. Made his World Cup debut just this year in March in Kranjska Gora with a 43rd place finish after the first run. He was just over 2.5 seconds off the flip and off making the second run. He's a third generation Jasperite, with his grandparents coming from that town in Alberta, and a lifelong ski racer. He joins us from a Canadian men's tech camp in Saas Fee, Switzerland, where he's just finishing up the first camp of the summer. His brother Jake, who's now 19 years old, also followed his path and is onto the Canadian development team for the first time for the 2025-26 season. He's the 2024 Canadian Slalom champion. His points after the 2 NORAM Cup wins last season have him currently 51st in the world, but that is expected to lower to the top 50 by the time next season starts up. He's had 5 Europa Cup starts as well, making his debut in February 2024 and scoring a 16th place finish in Berchtesgaden, Germany in January to score his first points in Europa Cup. Those 2 wins I mentioned in NORAM as well. He finished this season 4th overall in slalom, 10th overall in GS, and 8th overall. But that is all of the stats I've got for Jessie Kertesz-Knight. What a fantastic conversation this was to kick off the Next Gen series, where we give some of the younger racers in our sport a chance to spread awareness and spread their message and get a bit of recognition, because that isn't something that necessarily the top racers in the world need, but these guys, maybe short of sponsors, maybe short of that kind of recognition, but hopefully that's what we can give in this series. So let's kick things off with this fantastic conversation with Jessie Kertesz-Knight. Enjoy. Jessie, welcome to the Skiing is Believing podcast. How are you doing?
Yeah, great guys. Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing great. Good camp so far, and yeah, thanks for having me.
In Saas Fee, right?
Saas Fee, yeah. First one of the season for us. First few weeks in Saas Fee, and then last 4 days in Belgium, indoor, to finish up.
You like Europe? Is that a nice change of pace, change of atmosphere?
I do. Saas Fee feels like second home now. I've done so many years pre-season here, but it's always amazing. Such a beautiful spot, especially this time of year. And yeah, I love coming over to Europe. It's a nice, summer's fun at home, and then it's time to get back to it. So this is definitely a nice way to get going again, for sure. Yeah.
Nice. So you say that's first camp of the summer?
Yeah, first camp of the summer. We've had, some dryland camps with the team and fitness camps, but yeah, first bit of skiing for us, at least for the tech development crew for us. I think our speed guys have been on snow already, but first one for us.
Well, I'm lucky today to be with 2 of Jasper's biggest fans, and that's of course where it all started for you, Jessie.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to say something about
No,
his magical home.
no, it is magical. Yeah, yeah. So is that where it all started? Did you actually? Did you first clip your skis on at Marmot?
Yeah, exactly. My mom's from Jasper. Her mom's from Jasper, so we've been there a while. Yeah, I was born and raised. First started skiing at Marmot. Skied at Marmot. Still my favorite place to ski. I don't just say that because I'm from Jasper, but I love skiing at Marmot, and yeah, first time ever was there.
Ah, lovely, great.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. I'm just sat, thinking about it.
What's that?
Because
10 visits, is that right?
11,
Oh, sorry.
11 years
Oh,
we've been there. Yeah,
that's amazing.
continuous.
In a row,
Yeah.
weren't they? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, first time we ever went to Canada, we went to Fernie, and then
Okay.
we missed a year, and then we said we'd try somewhere different. And I don't know why, but well, in UK we used to get brochures, winter brochures,
Yeah.
and it always had all these places on. And you look at and you say, I'd love to go there. I never thought I'd ever go. Anyway, as time went on, we got there, and then we just automatically, where do you want to go skiing this year? And it always came up at Marmot. Yeah, we used to stay up at the Best Western now, I think it is.
Yeah.
On Geek Street, is it?
Yeah,
And then,
geeky.
Geeky, yeah. And then we stayed up at the Saw Ridge, which is now the Forest Parks, isn't it?
Yeah,
We
correct.
stayed up there many years.
Cool.
We used to get on the ski bus. We got to the stage where the guy driving the ski bus, he used to say, "Oh, are you again?" Brilliant, lovely place.
Yeah, I'm glad you love it. It's like you said, it's one of those places that it's a long way to get there, but I think when you do arrive, it's pretty special.
Yeah, because we came, we fly into Calgary, and then we go along the ice fields, and that's another momentous thing, isn't it? Going along the ice field. I mean, people say, "Oh, it's a 5 hour transfer." Oh no, it's wonderful. You're going through. It's like going through Wonderland. It is. Anyway, enough of me.
We're going very Canadian. I feel like I should be here with some maple syrup and poutine.
Oh, that no, don't tell me. No, that is something else. That's another place in Jasper, something else, isn't it?
Yeah. God, you know your stuff.
But poutine, excellent. You can't get it.
We need to bring it over here.
Nobody does it over here.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It's not a big thing like in Jasper. It's a Quebec thing, I don't, but it's good. I do enjoy it.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about you.
Yes, cool.
Jasper born and bred, is that right?
Correct. Yeah.
And began racing at 8 in that area. So how did it all begin with you chasing your parents and then probably your brother following on behind you?
Yeah. Well, I started skiing super young. I don't know, 1 or 2 or something. Just enjoyed ripping around, going in the terrain park. I liked that the most. And yeah, I was 8. My friends, did the local race and all had the cool T-shirts and then the medals. And I'm like, "Oh, I want one of those. That seems pretty cool." So I asked my mom, join up on the ski team. And she was a racer with the Canadian ski team, but at the time I didn't know that. And she didn't want to push me to be a ski racer, but was obviously thrilled when I, found my way to it anyway. So yeah, joined when I was 8, skied with the Jasper ski team till the end of under 16. Then it's a small town, 5,000 people, not enough kids at the FIS level, so made my way down to Banff after that.
And what was that like? Because, like you say, such a small team to then go to one of the kind of bigger squads in the whole country.
Yeah, I mean, it was big when we were young. Like everybody in the town skis. You ski or you play hockey pretty much in the winter. So, yeah, it was big. And then, my last year, there was an older guy from Jasper who skied with the Alberta ski team, um, who had gone to Banff and said great things about it, and it was kind of the route that the guys were taking when they wanted to continue skiing. So it was honestly it wasn't a huge change. It's not too far from home, similar vibe, good people, so it was great.
And I mentioned your brother briefly there, and he's been selected for the Canadian team just like yourself for next season.
Yeah.
So was he kind of then I want to be just like Jesse? Was that the way that went?
Well, we kind of both saw the cool T-shirts and the medals, and both decided we wanted to join up at the same time. So yeah, he started same year as me, so he's got 2 extra years going for him. But yeah, he's on the team. He's here. I don't know where he is right now. We're rooming together. This is his first camp with the team, but he's having fun. He's skiing well. So, but same thing. He did the start up in Jasper, head down to Banff, before making the team.
We could have had a double episode.
I know. Well, I thought about that.
We missed that opportunity. If he comes in, let us know, and we can have a quick word with Jake as well.
I will. He'll come say hi.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not going to jump straight to kind of the Europa Cup and the World Cup, because in this new series, we're calling it the Next Gen series. We want to kind of get that story from through the system. So coming through then with the Banff team, what was that transition like, and then kind of what was the next step? Were you at the top of that team? Were you winning races then, or was it steady progression?
Well, yeah, if I wanna kind of boil it down, like it starts with skiing at Marmot. It was a great, they always made it possible for us to ski where we needed to ski as many days as we wanted. And that was what really, it's like, oh wow, these people care and want us to succeed. So that kind of was instilled in me, and I was never super good. I started out pretty, late in racing terms, I guess, at least where I'm from, and had to kind of work my way up, and I was doing better, provincially ranked, regionally, by the end of U14 and U16. And then joining the team in Banff was like a young guy in the FIS ranks, so was not maybe middle of the pack on the team. We had some good skiers on the team, and I felt like that was always my something that helped me get better, was I had better guys than me on the team, chasing them, working my way up the ranks in that sort of thing. So no, I was never the best guy on the team until I was decent the year I made the Canadian team. That was when I was skiing my best.
You mentioned earlier about your mother being a racer. Once you started racing, did she change her mind about you being a racer? Was she happy then for you? Yeah.
She was thrilled. Yeah. Yeah. She was my coach for many years. In Jasper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. She's a physiotherapist, and my dad works on for FIS on the World Cup. So we were like a ski family, and she wanted in. She coached my brother and I for I don't even know how many years, but yeah, she was excited and always ready to help in that aspect for sure.
Yeah, it's good though. We've interviewed quite a lot of people who have started off with the family, and then the family's coached them for quite a long time, haven't they? And we believe that gives them something added. It adds to the person. It adds to the ability. I don't know why, whether it's just because it's a family unit, I don't know. But do you feel that way? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I've had many coaches over the years, and I think that it's always nice to have a different view and voice. But my mom at an early age was, I think, super important for me. I couldn't do it forever. I love my mom, but It was great when I was young, for sure. I'll say that.
Yeah, I suppose when you're starting off, Jesse, the person who knows you better than anybody, not your coach, but your mum. Now, if she's your
Yeah.
coach and your mum, then that's a big plus, surely.
Totally. Yeah. I agree with that 100%.
I was reading an article, I think it must have been Jasper News or something like that, about
Okay.
you, and saying that your grandparents were also very excited to watch your World Cup debut, who are
Yes.
also from Jasper. So there's kind of
Yes.
3 generations of you from the same town. And were they involved in skiing even before your mum and dad were?
Yeah, it's a good question. My grandma, recreational skier. My grandpa potentially, but I know that they were a big part in my mom's career growing up. I think helping coaching her, run the races, that kind of thing. But everyone's been a ski family, or we've been a ski family for as long as I know.
Yeah.
A real family affair then. To
Yeah,
now
exactly.
have 2 on the national team.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. Yeah, my grandma, she's happy.
Yeah, I'm sure she is. Let's talk Kranjska Gora.
Sounds good.
So, and I feel like this is kind of the moment when the young lad gets called up to the national soccer team over here. What was that feeling like, and what was that? Whether it was a call or something, Jesse, you're starting Kranjska Gora.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool moment. Same kind of feeling, making the first start. But yeah, I was skiing well, decent, and just had won our qualification, inter-team qualification. So that was kind of the deciding choice there.
So there was a race held to kind of play for that spot.
It was, I can't actually remember exactly what it was, but it was either like a training time trial or a race in which who did the best, or a combo of both. But I don't remember exactly what it was. But it was like how we were performing at the time, and I had a good day or something.
And had you been involved in kind of qualification races like that for other World Cups in the past?
No, not really. I mean, I had my world rank before last season was 230 or 250, and then I had some good races at the NORAMs and put myself in that kind of opportunity, and I didn't really want to rush into it. Like I had great races, but didn't feel like I was ready to fully go rip on the World Cup. I'd never seen what it was like. I have had some great teammates who had have experience racing World Cup, and it's obviously it's the pinnacle. It's extremely difficult, but so nothing kind of before then, but I knew that was like a target that a few months earlier that could be an option if I was skiing well.
And I'm sure now, have you got the bug for it to be doing many more of these World Cups?
I sure do. Yeah. I want another go at it. That's for sure. Yeah. It was amazing. I can't wait to be back.
Have you got any inspirational skiers you look to think, well, I'm going to be like that?
I always used to watch Marcel Hirscher when I was young. He was my guy. Him and Henrik, and like the Canadians as well. I watched Mike Janik when I was young, and we came over and watched a few World Cups when I was young, and he was the guy. And then Eric Reed and Jeff, and Trevor Phillip, they're from Bar, they're Banff Alpine Racers. So yeah, those guys. But I'd have to say Hirscher was my guy. I'd always watch and strive to be like.
Yeah. Yeah, a good choice.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. As Henrik as well, he's another good choice.
Yeah.
You might be starting a race with Marcel next year.
Yeah, hope so. That would be awesome.
That would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that for sure. It was cool to start with Henrik and to do with Marcel would also be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned those brilliant NORAM results, the 2 wins either side of the new year, and I noticed that they were by some margin as well, both of them by over 3/4 of a second. So was that the first real time that you'd had that kind of big win to sort of say, right, this is the level now, this is where I want to be?
Yeah, I mean, the year previous, like I had a okay season, some top 10, some top 5 maybe. And I always felt like I was faster than that when I train with the guys, but it just never seemed to come together. And then I had an 8th place the first day in Panorama, and I'm like, okay, we're not doing that again. And just said, I'm gonna step on the gas and see what happens. And turned out it was a good call, I think, for the second day.
Yeah, you won that by nearly a second.
Yeah, that was good. I had to go for it. Had to risk it all. So yeah, that was good.
And then it was sort of 6 weeks later in Alberta. So that was to kind of back it up. Consecutive wins must have felt good as well.
Yeah, it was awesome. It's where I skied with the Banff Alpine Racers was that hill, so I knew it well. And yeah, it was nice home hill advantage.
Yeah.
And with those results, you finished 4th in the overall NORAM slalom standings for last season. So surely there's kind of a will next season, if the starts will be in NORAM as opposed to World or Europa Cup, that you can move up 1, 2, maybe 3 places there.
Totally, yeah. I mean, the goal is to win it in the NORAMs next year. Fight for that spot for sure. Along with Europa Cup and hopefully some World Cup too. We haven't done our season plan yet, but that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah. And of course, say next season you do get a NORAM title. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves, but that comes with
for sure.
that crucial World Cup spot, which might be otherwise more difficult to get.
Yeah, I mean, in Canada, it's a unique situation. There's not a ton of spots available for World Cup, but there's also not a ton of guys at every given time. Whereas if you're Norway or you're Switzerland, it's really tough to get a start because there's 20 guys waiting in line. So super crucial. Yes, but still doable. Without that being said, I want to win it. That's for sure my goal.
Jump in?
No, right.
I was just going to say as well, with those results, the wins in Canada, I'm talking about NORAMs.
Yeah.
The points have been brilliant, haven't they? I mean, it's looking like you're going to start next season in the top 50 in the world.
Yeah, it was surprising to me, honestly. NORAMs, it's great. It's a great competition, but usually the points don't get that low. So that was awesome to have 2 good performances and set myself up for a good start position is awesome. Yeah. Looking forward to that.
Can we touch on GS as well? Because
for sure,
that's something I presume you're wanting to go on 2 fronts long term in more competition.
Yeah. GS is last year. My slalom's always been a little better than my GS, and last year was coming along too. I had some decent results at the NORAMs and some FIS scores. So yeah, GS is coming along. Want to be dialing that in as well for sure.
I was just going to say, this is something important in terms of selections. in terms of selections, to have slalom and GS is a massive advantage.
Yeah, it's great to have both for sure.
Alan,
we've got some really good.
I was only going to say, do you find that doing GS helps your slalom and vice versa? Do you think they complement each other very well?
Totally, yeah. In a few ways, I love GS and slalom for the change of pace, like, you know, to put your mind to something else, you know, slalom versus GS, and even Super G too. When I train a little Super G, that helps too. And yeah, I think it all kind of correlates in a
Yeah.
way, and I think they complement each other
Yeah,
for sure.
Were you saying something else about slalom and GS before? There's
I
a few
can't
guys
remember.
that.
Yeah, we have some really good GS guys on our team. Like Liam Wallace is an extremely fast skier, and you know, all of us as young guys, you know, there's some. It's good competition and training for sure. So that's an added motivation to work on that for sure.
Because if you take Eric out, it's a young squad, and it's kind of one that hasn't
Sure.
got a whole deal of experience.
Totally. Yeah, I mean, I know Eric decently well from, you know, because we skied at the same place, and he's you know, from around where I am. So it's definitely, I wish we could have skied together for sure. That would have been amazing. But you know, last year we had Asher Jordan and Liam Wallace, they're obviously young, but for the four of us other young guys that came up, they had been with Eric and with Trevor, so they knew. They kind of took on that role of showing us the ropes, so that was nice. It's a good balance. I feel like we have a young crew, but we have a little bit of that experience as well.
Yeah, good blend.
Yeah, exactly.
And currently being in Saas Fee, it doesn't seem like particularly the Canadian men's tech team have had too many of these opportunities to train together as a proper unit. So is that nice as well, to sort of be in
It's great.
a whole team together?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the goal with Alpine Canada and all the guys, because I think it's really, you know, last year was a great step for a lot of us being together with those guys, and yeah, I hope it continues like this for a while.
Have you been skiing fast? Have you been beating them?
We've just started. We've just started, you know, kind of the back to snow stuff. No timing yet. So I think everyone's kind of getting their feet back under them. But no, it's been good so far. Having a good time.
Okay. And in all of last season, as well as the NORAM wins, the World Cup debut, the Europa Cup points, something we haven't mentioned yet, on I think it was your third start, scoring a top 20 result in January. Would you say last season overall, all being told, was a success?
Yeah, I was really happy with last season. Like I said, going in to that season, I was ranked a lot, you know, a lot worse, and felt like I could do all those things, you know, felt like I could score points in Europa Cup, wanted to get my first start, wanted to win the title, wanted to win NORAMs, but it was kind of you know, an ambitious goal that I believed in, so it was cool to do that. Yeah, I was happy with last season. A good step for sure for me.
Do you think the transition from NORAM, Europa, World Cup, do you find it big steps, or are you quite happy with the progression?
I think, you know, Europa Cup to NORAM is definitely a step. Like it's there's I feel like the top end of NORAM can compete, but the depth in Europa Cup is, you know, amazing.
Yeah,
There's so many good guys, but yeah, that's a step, and then to World Cup is, you know, obviously a massive
big
step,
step.
but yeah, I'm excited for it all. It's they are all lots of fun. So
Yeah,
looking forward to making those steps.
that's good.
Very good. And I know it's a difficult situation that you are in, all of you guys as a team, but is it the situation you find yourself in? Are you happy with that? And like I said, that squad that surrounds you now seems to be getting there in terms of next generation. So is it kind of going to plan?
Yeah, it's going great, I think. I mean, there was, before when I made the team for the first year, they didn't have a development team in Canada. So it was kind of like you had to make the World Cup squad
Right.
from your local regional or provincial team, which is quite ambitious.
Hmm.
So there was kind of a group of us coming up, 4 of us that they selected to this team and created to restart that development group. So I think it's a new thing, and last year was a great step, and everyone had good success. And now I think we've got some of the kinks with a new group worked out. Just the logistics and stuff. And I'm excited for this year. I think everyone will make good steps in their skiing.
So you think it's time for kind of you as well as the other guys in the team to find that next level now and sort of kick on?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Very good. And do you think, had the team been a little bit closer together from a younger age in a development team when you first broke onto kind of the provincial team, do you think you would already be there? Or I know it's hard to say, but
Yeah. It's hard to say.
Are you where you wanted to be for 22 years old?
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I always wanted to make the team, the Canadian team, national team, and all the way up till I made it. It was like, is this gonna happen? I don't know. So yeah, obviously it would be great to be where some of those European guys are at my age. That would be amazing. But yeah, personally, I'm pretty happy with where it is for me. Can't complain.
I think from a young male point of view, there's no rush to actually achieve what you want. You can do it gradually and enjoy the journey and eventually get where you want to be. I don't think the pressure's as much on a young lad. I'm not calling you a young lad, but early 20s. Everybody's a young lad to me.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. You're not actually rushing to get there. You can enjoy the journey, and eventually you will achieve what you want.
Yeah, totally. That's a great point. I agree with that. I'm enjoying it as I go, for sure.
Yeah.
And what's long-term sort of, maybe not quite childhood dream, because this was potentially the dream to get onto the team, but how far can you take that dream?
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to shoot for the stars, win the slalom globe or the overall. It's big goals, but
Why not?
I mean, I want to make it and be a regular on the tour and have good performances, win, podium. That's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sort of a great insight. And I think if it's okay, we'll jump to the quickfire questions.
Cool. Let's do it.
Can I just ask something first?
Of course.
Before you go on to quickfire. Well, do you, when you've had a run, when you've had a race, do you look at it in a way that you're self-critical? And does it beat you up? Do you beat yourself up? Or do you just say, well, we move on from here? What's going through your head after you finish your race?
Yeah, it depends. I think I'm always a little self-critical. Like I like to, look at the positives for sure and see what went well and, take the wins when they come. I think that's important. And, when the days aren't so good, learn from those days and, sometimes beat yourself up. Sometimes, you don't, but yeah, not too much.
Good.
I still want to enjoy it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you enjoy it, you'll improve faster, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I have just spotted something else actually. Rossignol. How long have you been with Rossignol now?
Since my first year FIS with Rosino.
Oh, cool.
I was vocal for my whole time as a young kid, and yeah, there was a really good Rosino rep in Canada that saw me at the end of my U16 career and sold me on Rosino, and yeah, they've been amazing ever since.
Yeah, and all good now, yeah.
All good now, yeah, great, love them.
Very good.
Shout out Rossi.
Okay, let's come to those quick fire questions and start with your favorite place to ski.
Marmot Basin. I know that sounds, like I'm just saying it, but it really is. And my home mountain in Jasper, and now main sponsor. So they've always been supportive, and I feel like it's got a great mix of terrain for race training and just for enjoyment of skiing. So still my favorite place to ski, even out of all the places I've been.
Alan, where's your favorite place to ski?
Yeah. Love that. Looking good.
They're not going to sponsor you, don't worry.
Yeah.
Oh, they might. I don't know. How much money has Marmot Basin got?
It's
a good question.
Yeah.
Is it? I just wanted to ask: is it all okay after the fires last year?
Yeah, Marmot is unaffected. The town is, kinda,
sad.
Yeah. 40% of the homes and stuff burned down. So they're starting the rebuild process. They started this summer, so it's coming along. Hopefully soon it'll be back to normal. It's still, the fire didn't get all the beauty. There's
No.
still lots of wilderness and spirits are up. So it's coming along.
Yeah. They've only just shut, haven't they, for the season? They seem to ski forever.
Yeah. It's I know it's not about that, but
it might as well be.
Marmot Basin. I got an email. I get the letter. I get lots of emails from them. And I got an email this week about the season pass. You get a season pass, and it opens doors to all sorts of things. Loads and loads of discounts here, discounts there. And then I just went down there and it said seniors over 80 free. So I won't be paying. I won't be paying anymore. Mind you,
it's perfect.
Yeah, it would have been, yeah.
You'd probably pay them anyway, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay, next quick fire question. Again, just thought we'd get that in here.
Yeah, cool.
If you're not from Marmot Basin, just ignore this episode, basically. The best moment of your career so far?
Best moment. I had a really fun time racing the team parallel event World Juniors in France. I think my first NORAM win was pretty special. That was one of my best moments, but also I think I had the most fun doing that team event at World Juniors.
Did it go well?
Yeah, we did pretty well. We were fourth. Unfortunately, in the first round, one of our teammates she tore her ACL, so we were down a girl, but we still skied pretty well. We're hoping for a medal, but it was we went a lot farther than we expected with that injury. So I think that's why it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
And final question. If you could achieve one thing next season, what would that one thing be?
Points. World Cup.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah. And realistic.
Yeah, hope so.
Yeah.
Olympics?
That would take quite a few points, I think, early on.
Right, okay.
We'll see. That would be really cool. Who knows? Yeah, it would have to be an amazing start to the season, so I'll take it slow. Points. Yeah. We'll say points for now. Well, that would be amazing.
You'll be 26 in 2030.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to come immediately. I mean, look at Dave Riding. We always say that when,
Totally.
I mean, you already started a World Cup. He didn't until he was, what, 28?
27,
Yeah.
28, yeah.
Yeah, that's inspirational. Dave's a legend.
He is, yeah.
You can come on again.
Yeah. I honestly mean that too. He's a great guy. I like Dave a lot.
A combination with what you just said about Dave and this. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Best
good props.
episode ever.
Perfect.
Thank you very much for your time, and all the very best with the rest of the camp in Switzerland and in Belgium. Say hello to your brother, and cheers.
Yeah, thank you
Yeah,
so
great.
much. Really enjoyed that, and all the very best in the coming season. Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, appreciate you guys for having me. That was great.
You're welcome.
Had a good time.
And if you do get by any chance a starting levy, let us know because we'll be there.
Cool. Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I'll be in levy for Europa Cup for sure. Maybe World Cup. Who knows?
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
A final word from Alan and I from the first episode of the Skiing is Believing podcast's new Next Gen series, brought to you by Ski Racing Media. Alan, great conversation to start this new campaign.
Definitely. Really enjoyed it, and I'm sure the listeners and viewers will enjoy it. And this is what they need. They need a bit of publicity. They
Absolutely.
need, it's not all about, we like to talk about the top pros, we like to watch them. But to get there, you've got to do all the other bits.
Absolutely.
And this is where the next gen are going to come in.
Yeah. We've had some South American Cup results come in from Argentina. Finally.
Yeah.
We've had a lot of cancellations down there. So I'll kick things off with the men's GS. So these running from Monday the 11th until Thursday the 14th, so last week. There was a win for Albert Ortega of Spain in the first race down there. Same day for the women, it was Mary Bocock. That's Elizabeth Bocock's younger sister. Fabian Axwartz won the second men's GS from Sweden on the Van Deers. And the women's GS on that same day won by Tatum Gross Didier's American on the horizon coming through. She's already had top tens in NORAMs. One to watch. Her and her sister Logan have got a bright future ahead, I'm sure. If you want to join us, girls, Next Gen series has just kicked off. As for the slaloms, these all came from Thursday the 14th. Joaquim Salarich getting Spain their second win of the week in the first men's race. In the second one, it was Axwartz with his second win of the week for Sweden. As for the women's slalom, it was Logan Gross Didier winning on both days. In fact, she's the younger sister. She's the 16-year-old, winning two of the slaloms. The Gross Didiers sweeping three of the four races there from Cerro Castor Ushuaia. First few races have also got underway in Mount Hutt from the Australian and New Zealand Cup. Mount Hutt, New Zealand, of course. And we'll give you the results to those when they are all in on next week's episode. We will also have a roundup of the big results, particularly from Coronet Peak, Queenstown, when the races get underway down there in New Zealand from the start of September. Alan.
Yep.
It's all coming to plan. It's all coming together now. We've got races to talk about. We've got people on camps everywhere that you can think of all over the glaciers, all over South America and Oceania. And 25, 26 is on the horizon.
It is. It's getting closer and closer.
Isn't it just?
Isn't it just, yeah.
But there is one last thing for us to say for this week and for another episode. Thanks to Ski Racing Media. Thanks to Jesse for joining us for such an insightful and brilliant conversation. And we will
ski you later.
See you later.